friends, welcome to episode 2 of Decluttering My Craft Room Bit by Bit. In this series, I'm working on decluttering my craft room a little at a time and eliminating everything I don't want or no longer need. Why is that? Well, it's because I plan to move my craft room back downstairs and to return this room back to being a bedroom. The difference is that this time I'm going to be cutting up this big task into little tiny bite-sized chunks, and then that way it's not going to be so daunting. But more about that in a second. First, I want to welcome you all to my channel and say a special hello to Peggy, Izzy, Melanie, and Dale. I want to thank you for your kind comments, for watching my channel, and for your support over on my Ko-fi site. I really appreciate you guys so much. Speaking of commenting, I have a happy announcement today, and that is we have officially hit the 5,000 subscriber mark. Yay! I am just delighted, and I'm so grateful to all of you who watch my channel, who leave your comments, and who have faithfully supported me all this time. Give yourselves a big pat on the back because all of you deserve it, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Stay tuned until the end of the video where I will talk about the details for the giveaway, which is why I mentioned commenting. In addition, I'll also be talking about my live session that I have scheduled for the 28th, so that'll be in 2 weeks from today. And now let's go on to the decluttering portion of this video. Last time I spoke about breaking up this large project into manageable bite-sized chunks. My desire is to declutter as much as possible before I move downstairs so that I'm not wasting time and energy moving stuff that doesn't matter to me. Additionally, I'm going to have lots less space in that room for my storage. I'm keeping up here the 2 biggest pieces of furniture that I currently use to hold most of my inventory. Plus, the room downstairs was meant to be a home office, and so it does not have a closet. Now, clearly, it's necessary for me to downsize my supplies and eliminate a few things before I change the spaces around. Since my space down there is limited and therefore precious, I don't want any unused craft supplies taking up valuable real estate in my new domain. By breaking up this project into bite-sized chunks, I'm more likely to complete this enormous job without losing focus or running out of steam. Now, you may recall last time we organized and removed some things from the top shelf in the closet here in this room. Today, what we're focusing on is that white plastic drawer tower on the left. I'm going to be going through the drawers and removing what I don't want or don't use anymore. I'm sure you guys have spaces like this too. Sometimes you just pick up little items along the way and you think they might be useful. Well, I've been using this space up here for about 5 years, and so that's a good measurement that I am going to use, kind of a baseline metric, to determine what's going to stay and what's going to go. If I have something that I have picked up and I have literally not used it in the last 5 years, it's highly unlikely that I'm going to, except for a few junk journal supplies. I will put that caveat in. Otherwise, I want to eliminate all of those things from these drawers. Now, the guiding principle I want to focus on today is not whether an item could be used, but whether or not I actually am using it right now. Now, I can't claim that I'm going to follow this perfectly, but it will be forefront in my mind as I begin purging. Because each of these areas is going to take some time to go through, I'm also going to be working on clearing things out on my own time, and I won't video the entire process because I think that would be too much to ask of you lovely, kind people. So I have here my donate box. As you can see, I'm going to be donating the items from my craft room here, specifically to our local creative reuse store. As you can see, I've already found a few things in other places of the house. So those metal pans, they take those, and also empty pill bottles. I like to take the time to peel our labels off because I just think that's personal information. And then I have a couple things over here. Basically, everything that is donatable is coming out of my craft room, going in this box, and going to the creative reuse store at the end. And I also have a trash can handy for anything that is definitely trash, because let me tell you, the trash sneaks in. Okay, I brought the drawer over to my table here. I love that this is a sit-stand table or desk, and this way I can bring it up to my height and work comfortably. In addition to this drawer that I have that has ribbons primarily in it, I also have a couple of other places where I had been keeping ribbons and trims, and so I want to try to condense all that down. My other thought is that I may be reassigning the drawers in that cabinet to different categories. So the two towers that you saw in the closet here, there's a black one and a white one, those will go downstairs. When I first started this journey, I was starting with mini albums and things, and so I collected things kind of for that. But then as I moved more into junk journals, I like lace better. And not all of these ribbons and things are ones that I probably really will use. I think what I want to do first is look at this drawer and say, wow, what's standing out to me? What do I really love right off the bat? I don't know what you guys are seeing, but I see that, and I see this, and I see this, and I see this. See a theme there? I also see this. These are the ones that have more texture and interest. And also gold rickrack seems to be something that I'm always looking for. Some of these other ones, now I do use this one quite a bit. It has a lot of uses. So I'm going to pull that one out to save. The ones that came from Dollar Tree, these sheer ones, they are nice, but I don't know when I bought these. I don't recall. This is a nice neutral, and it's already been started, so I'm going to set that to the maybe pile. These have not been opened at all. Oh, that one has. And so I don't know that I will ever use them, to be fair. What's this one? This is, I think, oh, this is navy blue. I am always looking for navy blue. So that one is going to stay. Some of these are from before I was doing scrapbooking, like these two. If I still haven't used them, good grief, I don't need to be hanging on to them anymore. So that's going to go. I'm going to make a donate pile off to my right. I'm going to do a maybe keep pile also to my right, but further down. And then the definite yeses are over here. This one, I think I may have picked this up at a thrift store. Yeah, 75 cents. It is really cool. And I would say I am more inclined to use that before I would use either of these two. So those are goodbye. I'll have to figure out what to do about the little pins in here because I don't want to lose all my little pins. Well, I could probably just swap out a pin in here for the rubber band. That'll help. But I'll probably just have to get out some tape or something and tape the ends shut before I donate all of these because I don't want to lose them. This one, I know I've had this for forever. Oh, I may have used it once. Look for that. Looks like I used it one time. So there's that. This, I tend to go for the sheer colors more than I do for the grow grain and stuff. This was kind of a wedding-y themed one, as were these. They've just been sitting in there, and really I look at them and they just leave me a little flat. So they're gonna go goodbye. Bye-bye now. This one's never been opened. This one is nice when you want some sparkle, but it's not as sheer as you would think. It's really thick. It's kind of hard to use, and so I don't really like it. So that one's gonna go. I don't know how far we'll get through this tower today because my husband is at an appointment and then he's needing to drop off the van for a little bit of work. Okay, I can't even get that back in there, so I'll just not do that right now. And I have to go meet him in a bit. Now I said these neutrals are really nice, and as you can see, I have used them. So I don't know, I'm still gonna leave that in the maybe because here's yet another one. So, didn't realize I had so many. This one has wire in it, and for the kinds of things that we do, wire is not very helpful. So I'm gonna let that one go. This one is almost out. In fact, I probably shouldn't even have it on the roll. I'm gonna do this and then it's gonna be like too much. Yep. See, goodbye roll. So I don't really use this one that often. So I have to think about it. This is another glittery one that I love, and it is more sheer. So I do like that one, so we'll keep that one. right after I get the pin back in. So that's in the keep pile. Another sheer one, it's brown. These make really nice toppers for tags, and I do like it. So now into the golds. When my oldest daughter got married, she had a lot of gold accents, and I went out looking for all kinds of gold trim, and as you see, she got married in 2015. These haven't even been opened, so that's a clue. I don't need them. And then this was from that time, and I haven't really used it since, so it's gonna go. This one, again, it's got that sheer effect, and gold is nice, so I'll put it in the maybe pile, maybe later. This one, I don't know, but I feel like in the I don't know times, that's your answer. If you don't know that you want to keep it, then tell it goodbye, because otherwise, if you really want to keep it and hang on to it, it should be an, oh yeah, I love that. Let me grab that. Okay, I at one point had somehow or other 3 rolls of this, and I've used as much as I think I want to. So that's gonna go. I like this one. I like the detail on this, and I can use this. I would use this one in scrapbooking, like on the Easter pages, because I know I have that shade of pink, which is probably what was in my mind when I bought it. This is just a partial roll. This was a freebie to me. I will show you here in a second. There's some more. Now, when I was not sure what my style would be, I got these 2 at the Dollar Tree. And I do actually like them. I just haven't gotten to a point yet where I would use them, but I can see myself using them. There was a time there with all the papers and the different products where they had kind of this style. And again, I would use these on album pages. Now the danger lies in saying, would you use it? Well, probably everything in this room, I could say, yeah, I could use it, but there's what is possible versus what is probable. So there's a possibility I would use it versus is it probable, highly likely I would use it? You know, I always have to weigh those 2 things. So I am drawn to these more than not drawn to them. I feel like they should maybe go in the maybe later pile. This one I purchased ages ago. I think I might have used one of them because I remember I had 2 rolls. This one's never been opened. I've never used it. I just liked it because it was pretty. Here's a blue. It is satin, and I purchased it because True Blue, for whatever reason, seems to be really hard to find. And I do have uses for it, like when I make baby boy, I've made a couple baby boy albums and some other things, and the True Blue is useful, and I would use that again. This one is brown, never been opened, but I like the detail on it, so that can go in the maybe later pile. This one I found at a thrift store, and I really like it. I love the pattern on this, so that's an absolute yes. So that one's staying, and so is this grosgrain, this hot pink, because I have 2 girls, and so as I go through and do things related to their albums or their birthdays or whatever, hot pink would get used. This is a nice neutral, so I'm going to put it in the maybe later pile and compare it against these other neutral ones I have, as well as this one, although I would say right off the bat, my first instinct is I don't really like it because it's satin and it shreds. And it would not be my first choice ever, and probably not even my second choice, so we'll let that one go. This one, I've only used it obviously once at least, and I don't remember when. I have a pin in it, so that's a clear indicator, but I really don't like it. It doesn't, when I look at it, it leaves me flat. This maybe, I think I pulled this out of my Christmas trims because green is nice to have, but I didn't want to keep digging in the Christmas bin. However, I have several, I'm sure. So I don't know if this one has actually been used or not, but I'm going to put that in the goodbye pile. Here's another gold. It is wired, and I don't know. It's like, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna let it go. Okay, here's another pretty blue one, and I have used this one quite a bit. I do like this color, and it's a more sheer, so we're gonna keep that one. This one again leaves me kind of flat. It's like that pink one. I don't know what there is about these 2, but they just look kind of blah to me. They just leave me feeling kind of so They can go. No more. This is another cute one when you want the true blue or a baby boy kind of thing. Now I'm not making mini albums much anymore. And as you can see, when I did back in 2014 and 15, I haven't opened it. It's a good indicator. It should go. Okay, so that drawer is empty now, and I'm going to dump the little things that accumulate there. I don't really know that it needs to be wiped out per se. Okay, so my maybe pile is very small. My keep pile, not bad, eh? I do have them in there color coordinated, and I will go back and do that. But for now, let's just show you how we wound up. Because I really think keeping your favorites means that you're more likely to make something with them than not. Let's look at that. Over half the drawer has been emptied. Okay, so that looks like good progress. Now, I have 2 more spots where I have laces or ribbons, trim kind of thing. So let me grab one of those. Now this one I had stashed up on my cubicles. It was really just because I didn't have room in that drawer. Right off the bat, I see a couple of them. Well, these are the ones I really actually like a lot and I use a lot. But these 2, I do want to do a bee journal. And this one, so those go with that. So what I should be doing is just moving them from here to the drawer because I know I want to use those. This one is pretty. I like the cotton. It would be nice in farm themed ones. So I'm going to put it in the maybe later pile. This one I have used off and on. It is, I like the pattern on it, but I find it hard to use. It's really stiff. I think it was meant for floral arranging, and I got it at a thrift store. So I'm going to let that one go because oops, I tend to pass over it. Now these really cool burlap ones, these are also, this is from the Dollar Tree. This, I think, where did I get it? I don't know. Somewhere. Joann's maybe? It might be too tall for the drawer, which is another problem I have had. Okay, I have the last of these ladies, which I love. Those are the Simplicity. And then I know there's a couple more of these burlappy. Oh, there's another Simplicity lady. I haven't used them for a bit, but I do like them, and I will be doing a sewing journal, and I've used them on like ephemera and stuff, so they have a place. So there are these 3 colors, the green, the pink, and the brown burlap. So I'm gonna stick those in there because I do like those quite a lot. And I absolutely adore this. I saw it somewhere. It was a great price. Must have been Hobby Lobby, and I'm guessing it was half price because I would not have paid 10 bucks. I love the bunnies. I probably should put it in the Time Will Tell. I'm looking at it with this. Isn't that cute? Like Velveteen Rabbit. Wouldn't that be cute? I really do like it a lot, but I just haven't used it yet. So I'm going to set it aside for the maybe later pile. This farm journals again, and I really do like it. I think it's very versatile. That's why I bought it. So, and also it could go in a bee journal because look, look at that. See how they all coordinate. Okay. I use this one quite often. I do like this one, and I can cut it in half, and it's a true blue. I know it's wired. I tend to pull the wire out of this one when I use it, so I can use it as edging trim. And also, if I want to, I can cut right down the middle and make 2 narrower pieces, or I can use it wide. And I have used this quite a bit in the past, and I would be inclined to use it again. Oops. Hey ladies, stay put. I love this one. I love the daisies. I think it's perfect for farm or garden or any of those domestic arts. This one I really like too. I just haven't used it, which is too bad because it's got a really nice feeling to it. This one I picked up because it's interesting, but I actually have never used it. So I'm going to let it go. Again, it leaves me a little flat, but I thought it was kind of cool. So farm with the trucks. This one and the cotton, they were all together at the same time at the Dollar Tree. And I do like them, but I don't like them as much as I like these over here. So Time will tell. Oh, here's another really cute farm one. This looks like some of the paper I have. So I love that one. See, that's an immediate yes for me. That's like, oh yeah, I love that. So then I should keep it. Okay, and then I have this burlap trim, and the only reason I picked it up is because I don't tend to go for this one with the lace, but I was making something or other and I was wishing that I had it. So the next time I went to Dollar Tree, I picked it up, but now I've not used it. Well, I don't know. I have these 3 burlaps. I think what it was I didn't have a flat trim. See? I didn't have a flat one that I could use with this to make this look. And honestly, my initial reaction when I see these is no thanks. So, except for that one time when I thought I could use it. Yeah. Oh, I have some more of these cute little strips. I talked in a video a while back about how I like to save these little strips like this and use them as faux tape, like when I'm doing ephemera pieces or I want to make it look like something got taped to a page. I love doing that. Well, I didn't have a good place for them, and they were sitting in a jar off to the side. Well, now I've replaced the jar because it was meant to be a glue jar, and I replaced the jar with this cool candle holder. Isn't that pretty? That's so much prettier to hold your glue in. And then, I guess I didn't realize these were in here. I don't even know how they got in here. But then I was looking for something else to keep those little strips in, and I found this when I was going through Christmas, wrapping Christmas presents this year. I forgot I had it, and now I have a place for that sort of thing. Ta-da! They have a home. And that just happened to be on my desk, so I can go put that back in a bit. I was actually using those. So now I have an empty bin. Hooray! 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 One thing that is recommended is when you start this process that you have your donation box, you have your trash can, and you have your box for maybe later. I do not have a box for maybe later. I'm still making a pile, and I still have one more bin to go through. All of these ribbons in here, except for that one, all these ribbons in here were given to me when I was helping clear out the church basement. That was in 2019. It has been 4 years. I brought them home because they're nice for tag toppers, they're nice for wrapping around presents or whatever, but I still have just about as many as I started out with. And I really like the colors. Now I will say I love the mauve. The mauve will always have my heart. And I'm more likely to use that color. So I'm going to put it in here. And some of them wound up in here because, again, they're too tall for this drawer. But that's a problem to solve on another day. I don't like this. For some reason, the pipings and this kind of stuff, the cord, does not thrill my heart. And like I said, I have more green. So since I'm not really using the green much, it's nice to have some green. These are all 1/8 inch wide. So I'm going to let the ones that have more go because somebody can really use these. And then for the little bit that I would use green, there's probably more than enough on here. I also have all these white and pink. There's true blue, but we already saved some true blue. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't make sense to keep them any longer because they've had a chance to get used in the last 4 years. Now the two I do like, and I might have bought these myself, are these 1/4 inch, and they are a little more sheer, and I think they are more versatile. So looking back in my bin over here. Okay, so I didn't save any like this yet. And these two compared to these other ones here that I couldn't decide between. When I think about it, when I look at it, this is my first inclination. I really like these. And I think I would use them more for something. So these are gonna definitely go now. Bye-bye now. Okay, so let me move my drawer back over and get this bin back. So as you can see, I'm going from 3 separate receptacles down to 1. Now this is just ribbony stuff. This does not include my laces over there, which is a whole nother ball of wax. So I am more likely to use things that are a little bit more wide than the 1/8 inch ribbon. So these do not speak to me at all, but I do like this shade of brown. Since I don't have a lot of brown, I would be more likely to use that in a fall journal. Okay, and then we got the orange, the black. I love this shade, but I can't think of a single thing that I would use it on. These all got, a lot of these were cleaned out of the church basement from the kids' crafts area. See, ooh, I had 2 of them. I really love the shade, but guess what? Not using it. Not in 4 years. That's nice to have that gone. Okay, so I have this empty bin to add to the green one. And that was all one drawer. That took me 20 minutes to go through one drawer, I guess. Okay, so now looking at these, the maybes. I mean, of all of these, yeah, I'm still really, I don't know. So there's a technique where you put it aside in the box if you're not sure, in a separate box, and say, time will tell. For me, I'm calling it my maybe later bin. Maybe later. This is definitely ribbon for flower arranging, and so it frays. I liked the pattern on it, and I did use it on a few things, but I don't see that I'm super inclined to use that one again. And if I had to choose between the 2, I prefer this one over this one. But still, this one's going back in the maybe later bin. So I will have to find myself a box that will qualify as maybe later, the maybe later zone. For right now, I swear to you, I will not be just, you know, shoving these back in here and ignoring them. I promise. I'm usually pretty good about that. Now I have, over the years, I tend to be more of a get rid of her than a keeper. But even so, this decision to declutter the entire house has shown me that I have a lot more stuff sitting around than I think I do. This twine is useful. I do pull that out quite a lot, and I have a place for twine, so it will go to that place. These were on sale at Michael's at one point, and I bought them for wrapping up orders and stuff, but I really don't like it because it's too thick. So I'm gonna let that go. And I pulled this one out because I have a spare, I have a second one that's never been opened. I do use this from time to time, especially like at Christmas. But if I'm gonna give one away, I probably only need to keep the one I'm already using. And then this was from a thrift store. There were several balls of this yarn, and I purchased 3, again, to wrap around orders and stuff. That time is past, and I donated the 2 that I never used. I like the colors on this, but I'm gonna let this go because I don't really see myself using this anymore. Gonna let that go. I'm gonna put these in the twine bucket. And now we're down to 1 drawer. So what I think I'm gonna try and do, sorry, I got a phone call in there, so it kind of cut me off. I was trying to lay down these big ones because they don't fit in here very well. They're too tall for the drawer, so. And actually I answered that because I thought it was my husband telling me to come get him at the car place. So anyway, I have now condensed 3 bins down to this. That's pretty good. That feels good. And this is my stack right here of everything I'm going to get rid of. And so I will grab the donate box and stick them in there. There they are, all in the tub, all ready to go. The box, I mean, not really a tub. And now I'm remembering I said I was gonna get rid of those pins, get my pin collection back. And some of them were actually my good sewing pins, so I would like them back in my pin cushion. Anyway, that's what that looks like. And then I grabbed this little bin. It's been sitting in my closet over there, and it had some other containers in it. I just took a couple seconds to clean this out, figure out what was going in the trash, and figure out which containers I'm going to save. And this is going to be my maybe later bin, so I can continue putting things in this and label it as such next time I declutter. Now I think that was probably enough for today, but my goal is to continue going through this tower, and maybe next time we can get a few more drawers done. But you know, all of these take time. These all take time. There's one other thing I wanted to show you. I don't know if you can tell very well. Right up here, that bin right there that we dealt with last time, I decided to go ahead and add a note to myself that tells me to donate it by the end of January next year if I haven't used it. So I gave myself a due date on that. But little by little, making the progress, you know. I showed you those boxes last time. There were 2 little boxes and I did keep them both, but you know what? I have been convicted. This arrangement right here, even though I'm a little sentimental about it, came from my daughter's wedding. I actually have one over here. I think we just need to have an honest talk with ourselves. I don't need more than one in my craft space, and I really do love it. So one of my daughters has the 3rd one, and I have 2 in here because the other daughter didn't need it. So if she doesn't need it, why do I need to hang on to it? I don't. Hi, me again. Sorry, I'm not looking too lovely, but I thought it'd be nice to have a little face-to-face time and talk about a few things that I've learned this week. I have continued to declutter other areas of my house. I've taken care of the dog zone with her, her toys downstairs and her other things that she needs upstairs, like grooming things, winter coat, that kind of stuff. Every time I take her to the groomer, they give her the cutest little bandana to put around her neck, and I keep taking them off, and I look through there and I'd saved like 8 of them, and I never know what to do with them, but I don't need them. So I've decided to donate to a pet rescue place, an animal shelter, once I get all that accumulated. And then of course I'm going to do my creative reuse donations that you just saw. I've also cleaned out our master bath. We did the remodel 2 years ago, and so when we redid that bathroom, we set it up in a way that worked really well for us. And that has been really helpful because I have a baseline for when did this stuff go into this space and how much have we used it. And I had organized it and made it look really nice before, but over time, like my husband's side was just terrible. Dana K. White, her channel is called A Slob Comes Clean, and one of her first things is to do a quick pass and look for trash. And I thought, why on earth would you have trash laying around your house? I'm not a person who leaves trash. But over the last week or so, as I've been cleaning out these different areas, it is surprising how much trash creeps in. And on his side, like there's an expired coupon, there's empty boxes, there were the empty pill containers, of which he had like 6. Why? Anyway, so the trash does creep in, even if you don't think it does. So it's been nice to be a little more aware of myself, my habits, and to be a little more aware of my surroundings. And I'm really looking forward to the peace and the calm that are going to come. I was also super duper embarrassed when I showed you this unit over here and my dresser off to the left there. You know, that was really embarrassing too, because as I was looking at it through the camera, as if I were a stranger glancing at this room, I'm like, man, that lady has a lot of stuff. That's just too much. As I've been watching more videos and learning, Dawn at the Minimal Mom did a video with Dr. John Deloney from the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace Team. And they both have mentioned how much anxiety and other things are exacerbated by the amount of clutter in your life. So if you have like ADHD, which my husband and my daughter both have ADHD, and OCD or high anxiety, these things are amplified by a chaotic environment. And while I look around my room and I see things that I want to create or I feel at home in this room, it also sometimes is overwhelming when I walk in here and I'm like, oh, I don't even know what to make because it saps all my energy. I've always known I was a person who could not create in chaos. I also know I'm a person when there's something to be done around the house, like if I needed to sit down and pay bills or whatever, I couldn't do it if the kitchen was messy, that kind of thing. I always knew my environment needed to be clean and tidy before I could focus, and I just thought that was a failing of mine. But now there's scientific proof that this is a real condition, so I feel validated again. So today was very valuable. I wish we'd gotten through more than one drawer, but hey, that's the whole point of these videos, right? So I got 3 spots cleared out, and I now have it all down in one drawer. Later I will go through and organize it by color, but maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just leave it how it is. Okay, let's go over the details of the 5K giveaway. And I'm going to be referring to my notes here on my screen so I make sure that I say it to you correctly. So I'm going to be looking down here from time to time. First order of business, what is it I'm giving away? Here is the prize. This is a We Are Memory Keepers Big Bite. It's perfect for setting eyelets and for punching holes in your journals, in the spines, so that you can sew them together easier. Here it is. It's the Crocodile Big Bite by We Are Memory Keepers, and it's in pink. Isn't that awesome? It also has a collection of little eyelets here, and it also comes with the instructions so that you can figure out how these little cubes fit together and what they're meant for. I don't know if this is an older version or not. It looks a little bit different from mine up here. You can set it for the 1/8 inch hole or a 3/16 inch hole for your eyelets. These right here are the little feet that go on to keep it from sliding around, but of course when you try to store it, they come right off. So isn't that exciting? And then I thought also I would throw in with this, I found a pair of scissors in the coveted decal style at the thrift store, so I thought I would throw these in as well. They do cut paper. I have tested them out, so they are approved. They meet my standard. Okay, so that is the giveaway. That is what I'm giving away, is a Big Bite. And now I'm going to talk about the requirements for the giveaway. Second, how can you enter and who's eligible? Well, first of all, you need to be 18 years old. You need to be a subscriber to my channel and leave a comment below. I'm going to let you know what that comment needs to be here in just a second. My giveaway is going to be open to all of my faithful viewers with only one tiny little hiccup, one caveat. The opportunity to win the Big Bite is going to be open only to US viewers, and I'm sorry, but that's just the sad fact of shipping in today's day and age. It's just very sad. So I'm going to give away the Big Bite that I just demonstrated for you to a US viewer. However, I would like to do a second drawing for my international viewers to win an Amazon gift card in the amount of $25. This way, you can use that towards purchasing your own Big Bite, or if there's something else that you've been wanting to purchase instead, you can use it towards that as well. So 2 drawings, one for US viewers and then one for international viewers, because it's a lot cheaper to send a gift card. How do you enter? Okay, enter by commenting below with your favorite craft tool. What is it you love to use? And the country you're viewing from, because that way I can divide up the names between US viewers and international. If you don't tell me where you're viewing from, then I can't enter you because I won't know where you're commenting from and which drawing to enter you into. Leave your comment below on this video or next week's video. So you're going to have today's video to enter or next week to enter, but please don't leave it on both, because then that becomes confusing and I have to figure out if you've commented once or twice. So only leave one comment for entering the giveaway. Tell me your favorite craft tool and tell me the country or where you're viewing from if you're in the US, okay? That way you guys have 2 weeks to enter the drawing, and I will draw in a short video on Thursday, February 22nd. This is a giveaway for 2024, so if you're watching this after that, this is no longer applicable. Hi, just jumping in real quick. I had picked a time and in checking my calendar realized I have a hair appointment, so I will hold the drawing at 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time on February 22nd. And then you guys can contact me. The 2 winners can contact me. My email is going to be linked below in this video and next week's video. So you have today the 14th, or you can comment on next week's video the 21st. And I'll remind you on next week's video as well. Also, that gives me the opportunity to test out using the live feature so that we can hold our live session on the 28th. I've never done this before, and I'm expecting that there will be a few snafus, and so I am going to ask for your patience here in advance because, like I said, I've never done this. I am really looking forward to hanging out with you guys on the 28th. That will also be at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's when I'm going to go live. Last item, I'm really excited to announce that I have started recording my Sunday scrapbooking sessions. So I'm going to be airing those videos beginning in March. This is really fun because you guys can hold me accountable and I can just do something that I really love and hang out with you guys. Those Sunday scrapbooking sessions are going to air on Sundays beginning March 3rd. I'm so excited to finally be making progress on this endeavor. It's had to take a backseat in my life for a really long time now, and so I'm glad that I can actually focus on this and get it done. Some people might say, just give it a rest and forget about it. But this was something like a contract I made between myself and my children, an unspoken agreement. And it was really important to me to get it done. Life got in the way, and so I just want to get this project finished and get it out of my hair, quite frankly, because then I can move on to other things in my life. So as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Remember to comment on the video for the giveaway. Remember the live session on the 28th, where we will be chatting about creativity, and then beginning in March, my Sunday scrapbooking sessions. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really loved it. And until next time, be inspired, do something creative today, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye now.